Ooh, what was that? Okay. Hey guys. So my beef and grief today is, why are people afraid to say that they're anti-vax? It's starting to drive me up the flipping wall. Now, maybe I understand if you think that you're just kind of getting in, diving down the rabbit hole, and you're just like, oh, maybe they're not all bad. And as you know me, I'm very like, no vaccines ever for me, for anyone. But it did take me a while to get there. It took me like a few years, and I came to the conclusion by looking into all the vaccines, looking at the reactions that people have, looking at the risk-benefit ratio, looking at the ingredients that have never been studied long-term, and understanding our immune system and how to keep that fortified. And that, you can come to that conclusion sooner, but I just, here and there would do some digging, do some reading, talk to people, listen to lectures by other doctors that, criticize vaccines, which, the mainstream media say don't exist. Or reading studies on PubMed. Yeah, it just drives me crazy though, because I know there's some people that have done what I do and they have the same conclusion, but they're afraid to say it in front of people because they don't want to seem like uncool or crazy. And my thing is just go ugly early, as I think I heard Forrest McReady say, but he's so right. He's like, go ugly early, because it's like, even if you are really like pro-vaccine, but you're just like, hey man, I believe that vaccines save lives, and I believe that they cure polio and smallpox, and they're great, and you believe that, and then you're just like, but we are giving too many at one time, or maybe, oh my god, maybe we should space them out. And they're just gonna jump on you anyway and call you anti-vaccine. Even if you're, even if you believe in some vaccines, like, I don't see, it's like they're trying to appease bullies. It's like you're trying to kiss the bully's ass. Where you're trying to, like, you have like $1 and change, and you give him 20 cents to appease him. He's still gonna take the rest of your money. So either beat the shit out of him, or just give him all your money. I don't know, beat the shit out. Just expect to protect yourself, right? I wouldn't give him my money. I would fight, I would fight. And to me, this is a war, because they're now they're trying to mandate vaccines. Now, if people want vaccines, that's fine. I don't care. Me personally, I don't want them for myself. I will never take them ever again. If I have children, I will never vaccinate them. I would not, but don't like rehearse me, say I can't have a job. Don't play this fake shit about herd immunity and how we all need to get vaccinated. Did I tell you guys, I posted this on our Facebook wall. Go look at an article I posted. And then there are other studies, I think one of the studies is in the article. And there are other articles that talk about a province in China named Zhejiang province. And they have had 99.9% measles compliance. And they have had, from 2009 to 2015, just those few years, over 700 measles outbreaks, right? But, measles vaccines work, so, it's just ridiculous. I don't know. These people are crazy. So, if you guys get a chance, please check out, because they need support and views. Go to Highwire. It's Dale Bigtree just had a debate with a guy. I don't know the guy's name, but they had a debate that was hosted by these two channels. They had a vaccine debate, and it was very civil. I liked it. It was very civil, and I felt like they each got a chance to talk and get their information out. But it was it was kind of funny, because the guy that was pro-vax was like, well, this debate went differently than I thought it would. I'm like, yeah, as people expect that anti-vaxxers are just stupid, and they just, we just smoke patchouli and sit Indian style, and we just think that, meditate, man, it'll cure all the diseases. Like, that's what they think. They think we're stupid. They think we just read that, that one paragraph in the Lancet study that says that vaccines need further study. It doesn't even say that, vaccines cause autism, because people that even talk about the Lancet study, they're just regurgitating the sound bites that they hear. They never read the study. Even the debate that I had which I'm seriously considering cutting up and putting slides over, since the dude never even posted my links under the debate. I actually copied it. Yay, CTS, copy that shit. But they never, but even in the debates that I had, I caught the guy saying that he didn't have to read the study. I was like, did you read the study? I was like, that's not what he said. Did you read the study? And he got mad. He's like, I don't have you read the study. I was like, yeah, you kind of do. You really do. You really, if you're going to have that strong opinion and you really, you want to call somebody fraudulent and say that, you actually need to know the details of what you're talking about so you don't come off like the dumbass that you just did. I didn't say that in the debate. I was actually really nice and I was really proud of myself and I was really civil, even though I felt like, kind of looking back on it, they weren't as civil to me as I was to them. Like asking me questions about like, steel beams melt like, iron and melts metal and, asking me like basically like making fun of 9/11 truthers. I'm like, we weren't even on that. Why are you bringing that up? And making fun of, this guy, one of the guys was like, is this a religious thing? And I was just like, I've been talking about science the whole time. I wanted to be like, motherfucker, did I quote a Bible verse in this motherfucker? Did I do that? No. I was very scientific and very, like, I had references, I had a crap ton of, like, notes, and the other guys just show up because they think that, like, pro-vaxxers are stupid. And I watch TV shows, I watch movies, I watch all this shit, and the stereotypes that they play, talk about people that are anti-vaccine are utterly insulting. And it's like, if it was like a black person and they were making black jokes, or a Jewish person and they were making Jewish jokes, then you would never hear the end of it. But it's okay because it's anti-vaxxers. And the thing I find most repulsive about that attitude is that a lot of these people have lost their children. Like, a lot of their children are dead, and a lot of their children are paralyzed, or, they have autism, and their whole families are just destroyed, So, but it's okay to make fun of them and think that they're stupid. So it was funny watching the debate. The guy was like, yeah, I didn't expect this to go the way that it did, even though it was very civil. But Dell just like, Dell, like, it's just like, I just laid back with my arms crossed in the back of my head. It was just like, because that always happens, because the pro-vaxxer just always just thinks we're done. They don't know, and they think they know science. And even guy that's a scientist, he was a scientist, but he didn't really know anything. So I kind of felt sorry for him. And it really is, it's like, science has become this religion where people quote sound bites just like people quote Bible verses, and they do that. They act the opposite of how like people are religious and they hide behind their religion and they quote verses from whatever, like the Torah, the Quran, the Bible, whatever. But they act the opposite of what they talk, what they speak. It's the same thing. Like, they'll quote, sound bites and stuff, and they'll just be like, oh, science. Well, has there ever been a unvaccinated study? Oh, no, but science, Oh, has there ever been a double-blind randomized placebo-controlled study? Oh, no, but science. Yeah, you didn't see me? Go ahead. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. So, I'm usually not that mean. I'm just mad. Anyway. So, it's so frustrating. And typically, as always, he didn't know anything, really. And he wanted to act, pontificate about science and the science and the science and the science, but he doesn't do it. Like, I guess they don't believe in things like cause and effect. And they just, they just direct, they genuflect to all these people that are heads of science, like their high priest. It's totally like a religion, it's totally like the doctors and the scientists that are at the forefront, right, are like the high priest, and they have these dogmatic rules. And if you don't repeat the sound bites, and if you dare question the second coming of Jesus, which is the vaccine, then you're crucified, right? They destroy your reputation. Some people get actually murdered. They ridicule you. They're horrible people. Now, I think this guy in the debate, he might wake up because I think he was just super truly ignorant. But, you know, it kind of ticked me off at the end. He's like, well, if you don't, you know, he was kind of funny because he was just trying to front because, you know, Dell just made him look dumb. Like, but Dell was very nice about it. Dell was very classy. Like, Dell's a better person than I am because I think, I don't know, as I've gotten older, I've learned to be a little bit nicer too. But, you know, there's some people, I think I just have a problem with, you know, there are some people that kind of think that, you know, black people are stupid, that you're women, you're stupid, that you're young, you're stupid. So they're gonna kind of talk to you differently, you know, initially before, you know, than they would maybe talk to somebody that looks more like them. And if, you know, you prove them wrong, they don't know what to do with themselves. They can't like take it because it's totally blown their paradigm. So on top of that, like, don't be me and you have a stereotype about somebody, or don't be somebody that, you know, don't let somebody that you have a gross, you know, negative stereotype about, like, make you look stupid. Like, no matter who that is, right? I'm saying this is my experience looking the way I look, because, you know, you can't deny in society that everybody has, you know, they have stories about each other. They have stereotypes about each other. I think we've been socially programmed that way. I think I even, you know, sometimes I'll look at somebody and I have some thoughts about maybe what this person is based on how they look like. And, you know, a lot of times I just try and like do this. I'm like, I realize that's my programming and move on, that, you know, and that I don't really think like that at my core, and that, you know, and thank God I don't, because had I done that too, had I been like, if I was that type of person, I would have missed out on some really amazing people and some really amazing information. So it's, you know, you always got to keep checking yourself, because the program is so deep until we get to this place in society where we can really respect each other, no matter age, no matter race, no matter sex, no matter, you know, whatever, you know. That's why, I don't know. I used to watch Stefan Molyneux a lot, and I got into a lot of his stuff because he taught me some things. But then he would say like stupid stuff like the race and the IQ thing, and I just thought that he had this really grandiose, unrealistic expectation of people that were intelligent. And I'm just like, Stefan, like, people that have high IQs aren't necessarily going to be like discussing Immanuel Kant. Maybe they're an artist, maybe they're a musician. You know, some of the people, the most intelligent people I met aren't even like aren't even in academia. And a lot of the people in academia are they just know how to memorize and regurgitate information. They're not whole thinkers, they're not critical thinkers. And the people that do think outside the box usually, that, you know, kind of, you know, do something against the current paradigm, they always get ridiculed by the people in academia. So it's like, you know, even like, what's his face? There's the guy that had the highest recorded IQ he lives on a farm, one of the highest recorded IQs. And I mean, there's also bias because of that, because what is intelligence? It's really diverse and very subjective in some cases. And it's very, you know, anyway, but according to the standard of an intelligence quotient test, the highest recorded IQ is one of the highest recorded, like over 200. He lives on a farm, okay? And he's even like, yeah, I know I have high intelligence, but he's like, he's over it. He's like, this is some bullshit. I don't care. I want to like be a farmer. You know, he just like, he feels like he can't really relate to people. He's just, you know, and he knows that there are other things in life than like, you know, pontificating about how fucking smart you are. So, what else was I gonna say? Yeah, like, you know, Stefan Molyneux, he would also say things that like, you know, people that do drugs don't have high intelligence. I'm like, yeah, you mean like Freud? Don't you know Freud was a cokehead? Like, what? Some of the most intelligent people I know have been drug addicts. Like, come on, dude. Like, really? You know, oh, like, if you spank your kids, then you're gonna turn them into a violent person. I mean, you mean like Asians? Because Asians spank their kids, and their kids they're really intelligent, you know, according to you. And they, like, I think he just makes shit up. I think, you know, he needs to, like, leave Canada. It seems like he's been in Canada and he hasn't really been around other groups of people. So he's smart in some ways, and I thank him for teaching me some stuff, and then he just says really stupid shit where I'm just like, have you like left Canada? before? Have you just been in that circle, like that shell, as an adult man? Like he talks like a child in a sense sometimes. Anyway, but I do like Stefan. I know I went on my rant about him, but he just got me thinking about that whole thing, and I went on a tangent. But I don't hate Stefan Molyneux, but I feel like I've just outgrown him because of that reason, and I'll just get my information from somebody else. You know, I mean, he's not the only philosopher on YouTube, or you know, whatever. So how did I get to Stefan Molyneux from the debate on Highwire, from anti-vaxxers being afraid to say that they're anti-vaxxers? I don't know, but I did. Okay, so I guess that's it, but I'm eating grapes, I'm driving, I'm working, and that's my rant for today. Okay guys, peace, truth, and love, because this is going to go way too long. I'm going to another tangent. I'm like, how did I get here? I don't know. Alright guys, talk to you later. Bye. Mwah.